Hey, it's James Nicholson, and I'm joined today by my good friend Nishit. And Nishit is one of our Wednesday winners. I'm really excited to share Nishit's journey since he came on our Internet Marketing Bootcamp about a year ago now. Nishit is an absolute genius. Like, when I hang around with Nishit, he's always teaching me new marketing tools and software and stuff like that. He literally knows every single bit of software under the sun. I thought I knew all of these tools, but this guy knows some that I've never even heard of. So always learning as well. Even though we're teaching him stuff, he's teaching us stuff as well. So it's a really, really good win. So welcome, Nishit.
Thank you, James. Thank you for hosting me today.
No problem, no problem. So do you want to quickly tell the audience a little bit about you and what you do? What is your business?
Sure. So we run a business called e-marketing business. And what we're doing, we are a full service digital agency. So sometimes that's not very clear to everybody, but it simply means we can help local businesses a better presence online. And we do things like Facebook advertising and so on and so forth to generate some leads and sales for them online.
Yeah.
I do have a business partner, and so it's a partnership that we're running. And it's been a great journey over the past year, working with local businesses in and around London.
Cool. And yeah, so what Nishit does is he provides the solution, everything you could do. So he can do SEO, he can rank you on Google Maps, he can do Facebook advertising for you. So it's like a done for you service for those people that just literally want to just know that there's leads coming into their business. I don't care how it's done. You just take full control of that for them, right?
That's correct. So I've been doing this for the past 10 years. And one thing I realized is that business owners don't really care about how you do things. What they care about is the results that you bring to them. So whether it's using Google Maps, it's using SEO, it's using paid advertising, they don't really want to know about it. All they want to know is how much is my business getting at the end of the month.
Yeah, exactly. And very recently, you've been doing incredible stuff on Google Maps. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that and some of the results that you've been getting for people? Because they're absolutely like mind-blowing what you've achieved.
Indeed, we're quite fortunate. So I've been studying Google Maps and learning how to rank businesses on Google Maps for at least about 8 years now. And Google Maps has changed dramatically, especially with the way now Google Plus is dead. They're moving some of the features onto Google Maps.
Yeah.
So what they've done is they've got the Google My Business posts, and now people can follow a listing, just like you would have followed somebody on Google Plus before.
Yeah.
And so we figured out tips and tricks of how to rank Google Maps. We, of course, use a lot of tools that assist us to do these things. So the bottom line is this. I'll share some of the results our clients have got without naming any names. We have a restaurant in Harrow. It's quite popular. It's a 100-seater restaurant, so not a small, average-sized restaurant.
Yeah.
We've been working with them for about 4 years, and now these are the kind of results they get. So last 30 days, they had about 1,100 people visit their website. They had 1,700 people drive to their location, and they had 1,100 phone calls as well. And on top of it, they had 245,000 views to the photographs that we've uploaded onto the Google Maps listing.
Wow, that's crazy. Do you want to quickly recap those stats just in case anyone misses? So how many calls did they have?
They had 1,186 phone calls.
1,100 calls for a restaurant in a month, right?
In a month.
Wow.
So we did a quick calculation. We said if it's 1,100 people, the average, on average, they're going to be 2 people driving to the location.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a family, sometimes it's a group, but nobody drives alone to the restaurant. It's usually a couple, maybe.
Yeah.
So take the lower figure of a couple, and it's about £30 spent between the two of them.
And there's a high chance that they actually went to the restaurant, because I only call a restaurant if I'm actually going to go there. I don't really just call just to make an inquiry, really. Often it's literally to just 100% check they've got a seat and I'm on my way. So
what we do is we told the restaurant owner to discount the number of phone calls and to discount the website visits and just focus on the people who are driving to the location, because that certainly shows intent.
Yeah.
That they want to drive. So if we look at the driving directions were 1,700 and some odd figure, 1,740, I think.
Yeah.
And you multiply that by 30 pounds because those are the people who actually visited the website. The restaurant. So that's almost 50 grand worth of new business. We say new business because existing clients know where the restaurant is. They don't need the Google Maps as a tom-tom to drive to that location.
Yeah.
So about 50 grand of new business to the restaurant, and this is consistent. So it's between 1,500 to 1,700 people driving every month for the past more than 1.5 years.
And there's a good chance that there's more people than that because I have a TomTom, for example. So I might look up the address and not Google Map it and put it in my TomTom. And then that's right. Counting those people, right?
That's right.
Or people that use, what's that other one, Waze or something like that.
That's it.
So
we also, another example is when we worked with Bristol's largest minicab company, it's called Yellow Cab. And we now get them consistently about 3,000 to 3,500 phone calls from Google Maps a month.
Wow. So Google Maps, a lot of people just list themselves in it and they just like think that's it, right? But there's a lot of stuff like keeping the listing fresh, putting new pictures and managing the listing that is important to get that working, because clearly if you can get that much traffic from it, then there's got to be some strategies which I know obviously you employ for your clients to make sure that they're getting that traffic. So that's crazy how popular that is. So what a great result. And I know obviously you're doing like other marketing services for people, like SEO is something that you're very strong at as well. What would you say is, I've obviously got an SEO background as well, but most of the people that are watching this probably have no idea what SEO is. So just for those people, SEO is the process of ranking on Google so you're found on Google. What would you say are a couple of key points that people should consider if they want to rank on Google in 2019?
Sure. So here are my top sort of tips for you. So SEO has changed over the years. This is what works in today's time. So number one, website loading speed is of the paramount importance. Your website should load under 3 seconds. And there is a tool called Google Page Insights tool, Page Speed Insights. So basically you can measure how fast your website would load on a mobile on a 3G connection. And what Google is about, it's all about user experience. If your website is slow and not loading, it's a bad experience and people are going to go back to Google to look for another result. So it's going to de-rank you. So you need to make sure the site's loading fast. Number two, it must be mobile first. Gone are the days when your website could be mobile friendly. Nowadays, with 4 devices to every one desktop, you need to be mobile ready. So that is
some people never even go on a desktop anymore. They literally just do everything on their iPhone or Android phone, don't they?
You see, in a place like, for example, India, where a computer may not be affordable, but handsets, mobile devices are very affordable, and using Wi-Fi, they can manage to do the internet stuff. So you're absolutely right. A lot of people don't even bother with the bigger devices. They just go for a notebook or a tablet or a mobile device.
Yeah, I mean, I see that at home. So I've got a daughter, Georgia. She's 18, and she has a computer from when she was studying her A-levels, but it only really came out for homework. Like, she's just on her mobile phone. And what you've got to look at is those are the people that are going to be your customers in the future. So right now, you might not serve 18-year-old girls, but an 18-year-old girl is going to turn into a 25-year-old girl or a 30-year-old girl or a 40-year-old girl at some point, and her habits are now that she is using these devices and unlikely to use the desktop much. So totally agree, like mobile first is important. What else would you say is one other key thing that they should consider?
One other key thing is, if you are a local business, then I would recommend you to add in something called Schema markup to the website. And Schema is basically a language that is used by these search engines so that they don't have to guess what information your website holds. So search engines are basically a computer program. It comes and examines your website and tries to determine what the website's all about. So instead of letting them guess, we can give them information in the end. So it'll tell the things like the name of the company, the location, the payment types, the opening hours, the logo, social media links. Everything is presented to the search engine in a nice way that they can then use that information to display the results in various ways.
Cool. Yeah, good. So good points there. So everyone should have a look at that. Loading like speeds, mobile first, and getting Schema set up for your site.
Yes.
So totally agree with all of that. Let's talk about how we met, Nishit. So clearly you know marketing, you understand marketing, and you came along to one of our internet marketing boot camps. Why was that?
Yes.
Because you are a marketer. Why did you decide to come along on the particular day that you chose?
Well, one of my sort of rules is that never feel that you know everything.
Yes.
So in this fast-paced, changing times of the world, there are so many new things that are happening. And apart from technology, there's also strategy. And one person cannot know it all. So of course, you guys are well respected in the industry. We came to one of your internet marketing boot camps, and the idea was to come and learn from some of the. We always try to learn from the leaders.
Yeah. Cool.
That's why we came to your session, and the aim was to learn from you guys.
Cool. And then for full transparency, Nishit came on our course, and then he enrolled on further education on our 3-day business accelerator. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the experience on the 3-day event? How was it for you? Obviously, again, you already knew some of this stuff, but why was it important for you to invest in yourself and come along on those 3 days?
It was, I would say, quite an eye-opening event. There, of course, I know a lot of stuff about marketing, but yet again, there were some nuggets and some gems, things that we took away from there that were really, really interesting. So we learned a lot of new things that are happening, and especially with Facebook, which is your area of expertise.
Yeah.
And we looked at, we even got some clients out of that 3-day event.
Yeah.
We built some relationships with other fellow marketers that we can now bounce off work from each other. So it's like become referral partners for each other.
Yeah.
And of course, then we went on to the further advanced learning that you offer.
Cool. So yeah, I mean, what Nishit is saying there is just like being in that room with other entrepreneurs. Obviously, you've got some good connections because the quality of the people in the room is generally high because they've invested in stuff. So you got some business from that, which is good. So effectively, Your course cost you nothing because you made money. So you made some profit by just turning up, which is a good start. As before you'd even implemented the strategies, so that's good. But yeah, you also said you've made some partnerships with other marketers that were on the course as well. So you do like referrals and stuff like that with each other. Which we love to see. It's great seeing people like working together and stuff like that. And Nishit is actually part of our top level, which is our inner circle where we coach and mentor and meet up like once a month. And that's, we don't really necessarily teach much new stuff there, but that's more about the accountability. How does that help you grow your business, and why is that important, the accountability?
So sometimes business for a lot of entrepreneurs or solopreneurs, it can be a lonely place.
Yeah.
You're trying to build something, leave a legacy, whatever it is that you're planning for your business, but you don't necessarily have like a corporate background or a team of people supporting you, etc. So what happens is you need that little bit of accountability to help you get doing the things that you're supposed to do. But sometimes, you're so busy working in the business, you can't work on the business.
Yeah.
So having these monthly meetings and an area in the Facebook group that we've got, that where we have to put down our key takeaways and the things that we need to do for the next month's meeting, and that deadline looming, you need to hold yourself to account and make sure you perform. So that level of accountability has helped us grow the business quite well. I have to say that one thing alone even forget the coaching and everything else, that one little thing has been responsible for big growth in the business.
And sometimes we give you a kick up the arse, right, Nishit? Which you're cool with, because
you certainly
go on.
You don't mollycoddle anybody. You're not there to sweet talk anybody. You are there to tell them the truth and the way things are for them. It's one of the good things is that you have the members' best interest at heart.
Yeah.
So you may tell us off, but it is for our own sort of betterment.
Yeah, I mean, when I remember when we first met, you were working with too many different people, and we've got you to niche down, haven't we? And that's had a big impact on your business, because I'm always trying to convince people to niche down and focus on a category of client that you work with, because when you niche down, you can be the expert to that niche very, very fast. How's niching helped your business so far?
It's interesting. It's like when you buy a silver Mercedes, all of a sudden around the street, you start seeing silver Mercedes. Yeah. They were just never in your focus.
Yeah.
Now you put one day in your focus, you start seeing them. So it's the same way. When we niched down, we started seeing clients all over the place. We started being seen as well by these clients.
And do you find it easier to get the jobs when they perceive you to be an expert?
They see, yes, it is definitely the case. You get, it's easier as a sale, and also very easy to get referrals, because frequently they know other people in the same industry. If you do a good job and you're seen to be an expert, it's very easy for them to refer you. Very easy for the person who's been referred to also choose you. Yeah,
exactly. And before we spoke, you were saying in the last 30 days or so, you've got an additional 16 grand in revenue brought into the business, which is awesome.
Yes.
That's the sort of results that we love seeing people get, because that's a life-changing amount of money, isn't it? If you can keep that going and keep that momentum going, then that's really going to have a positive impact on your business this year. So well done.
Absolutely.
Well done with that. That's awesome. So what would you suggest to anyone that's thinking about coming along to one of our internet marketing boot camps, the Taster, and finding out a bit more about our services?
Well, I would say before you start going to the Taster event, grab one of James's books. It's called Expert Mastery. And that's the book, I read first. And it's got a lot of interesting nuggets and a lot of things that we hadn't considered before. It's not only about technical stuff about marketing, it's about strategy as well. Yeah. And so we learned a lot from there, and that sort of nudged me to go into the free Taster event. And the Taster event is a great place to go. It's going to give you a good introduction to who these two guys are and why you should listen to them. But you will also be given a lot of information to take away. So it's a lovely event to get to. And then definitely get onto the 3-day boot camp, because that's where the magic happens. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, that's where you get immersed, you start implementing, and you get your business really cracking forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to the Expert Mastery book. But I know that this Google stuff that you've started talking about, there's going to be people that want to know a little bit more about how you can help them with their Google Maps and stuff like that. So how can people find you, and how can they contact you? What's the best way?
Well, the best way is just to contact me by email.
Yeah.
Shall I give my email here?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And I'll put it below the video, but if you tell us what it is as well.
Yeah. So it's nkotak007@gmail.com. Shaken, not stirred.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So if I put your email, so I'll put your email address below here, and anyone that's interested in looking at getting their Google Maps sorted, SEO, websites, apps, Nishit, as you said, does the full spectrum of services. Do contact the guy. He's an absolute genius. Fully endorse his work. So anything else you want to add, Nishit? I know you've given a lot of value so far, but is there anything else you want to finish off with today?
No, just wanted to say once again, thank you so much to you, James, for all you're a fountain of knowledge yourself, especially for Facebook stuff. And I keep referring back to you for any assistance in the technical stuff that I need as well. So any considering, coming into coaching with you or learning more, I would have no hesitation in recommending you.
Cool. Thank you. Well, that's it. Another Wednesday winner. If you want to be like Nishit, you need to get yourself a copy of Expert Mastery. That's where it starts. Then you come to the boot camp. And if you want to fast track your results and get yourself found on Google like you should be, then contact this man, Nishit. He will get you sorted out. Nishit, thank you. I know you're a busy man. I really appreciate your time. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for hosting me again.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching the video. Now, the next two steps are really important. The first thing is that I want to get you a free copy of my book. So if you click on the video up here, you'll be able to grab yourself a free copy of the book and we'll ship that to you in the next few days. The next step is to get yourself a complimentary ticket to one of our internet marketing boot camps, because that's where we can really get to know you. My team will be there. We'll be spending intimate time with you and your business and working out a blueprint for you to get more leads and more sales. So if you click on the video over here, you'll be able to get a free ticket to the Internet Marketing Bootcamp. And while you're there, if you haven't done it already, subscribe to this page, because we've got incredible videos and incredible value coming out all the time on this channel, and I want to serve you to help you grow your business to be more successful.